Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise in favor of my amendment, which will require the CDC to produce a report to Congress on the number of visitors denied entry under the Biden administration's vaccine mandate for all incoming international air travels and visitors to the United States. This simple, straightforward amendment will provide transparency surrounding this ludicrous and unscientific vaccine mandate put in place by Joe Biden's bureaucrats. This unnecessary CDC rule has made everyday life so much harder for so many people, from tearing apart family reunifications and forcing loved ones to die alone without their relatives by their side, to pushing companies overseas for doing business with America, punishing companies overseas for doing business with America. Just a few short stories from my congressional office has come across to include the mother of a Dutch tourist who died on the Appalachian Trail was unable to come home to the United States to collect her dead son's body. A woman, her fiance, who lives in Canada, has been unable to visit her on American soil for the past 3 years. A man working for a company in the United Kingdom who is unable to travel to the United States for business meetings, and a family in New Hampshire with Canadian in-laws has been unable to have Canadian family members visit for Christmas in the United States since COVID started. My amendment will require the CDC to account for these stories and countless others who have felt the negative ramifications of this rule. It will also provide transparency and allow congressional oversight of the consequences of this vaccine mandate. Despite Joe Biden stating the pandemic is over, he has refused to lift this mandate. Even Canada has lifted its vaccine mandate for incoming U.S. air travelers. Other than a few countries around the world run by dictators, the United States of America is literally the only country left that is imposing this unscientific and immoral COVID vaccine mandate on our visitors. Of course, if you cross our southern border illegally, there's no such mandate, and we know of about 5 million who have done just that. Simply put, COVID is over. It is time for us to rejoin the free world. I want to thank my friend and colleague, Representative Thomas Massie, for his work to end yet another vaccine mandate. I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of this legislation, and I strongly support it. I urge my colleagues to support my amendment and to vote in favor of the underlying bill. And with that, Mr. Chair, I yield back.
The gentlewoman from Colorado.